Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making this very delicious and yummy Nigerian pancakes. It's savory, it's spicy and very easy to make. We're going to be using bananas and oatmeal. Thanks so much for coming back, and now let's begin. So we're going to begin with our wet ingredients, and the first thing is to mash up our bananas. I'm using two large bananas that are very ripe. Okay, so you'll be needing very ripe bananas or overripe bananas. Those are best because they're very sweet and the bananas are getting very soft and soggy, so it makes it really easy to mash up and it will give you the very sweet taste that you need. So first thing I'm doing is break them up into large chunks like this before I start mashing. Now you can either use a fork or the other utensil for mashing up, so I'm just showing you with the fork. If that's what you have, that's still perfect. It will still get the job done perfectly. Okay, but now I'm going to go in with this tool to help me get it done quicker. So just mash and get everything as mushy as you want. All right, so I'm done mashing it up now. I just scrape off the remains from this tool and move to the next step. I poured in half a cup of milk and I'm going to whisk my egg now. I'm using one egg for this. I always love to break my eggs first before using them. So I add it to the mixture and then I'll start combining. So you mix everything up together until they're all properly combined. Okay. Then I'll start working on our star ingredients, which is my onion and my fresh pepper. This is what gives it the Nigerian twist, okay? There is no Nigerian pancakes without fresh onions and fresh peppers. The pepper will make it spicy, and I love the taste of the onions, just tiny chunks or tiny bits of onions. I love to just bite them when I'm eating my pancakes. So I've chopped up the onions, and here I'll also chop up the pepper. I'm using one large pepper to do this. So I chop it up finely. You can do whatever you want. You can leave them in large bits or as tiny as you want. And if you don't have fresh pepper, you can also use dry pepper. It will still give that hotness. But I just love seeing the sprinkles of red in my pancake. And don't be scared, it's not going to be so hot as you think. So I'm combining again to mix everything up together. Now for the dry ingredients, the first step would be to blend our oatmeal. Now, ideally, this is what I would do first. Why? Because of NEPA. So that if the light is not there while I'm doing my job, I know I've already blended my oats. Okay, so just blend up some oats, and we're going to be measuring out 1 heaped cup of the blended oats. Add that into your bowl, and then we're going to sift in half a cup of baking flour. So for oats pancake, what I do is whatever amount of oats that I'm using, I'm going to use half the amount of baking flour. So if I was doing 2 cups of oatmeal flour, I would do 1 cup of baking flour. And then I added 1/3 cup of sugar. The sugar you can totally skip because the bananas will make it very sweet. But if you still want extra sweetness, you can do 1 or 2 tablespoonfuls. Now I'm adding our wet ingredients. and then we'll start mixing this up. Now, initially when I was mixing, I noticed that it was too thick, but that's not a problem. You will loosen it up with some water, but the water you'll be adding gradually so that you don't make it too runny. Although the consistency is totally up to you. If you want really thick pancakes, you can just add little water so that the mixture is still thick. So I added some water here and I saw that it was still very thick. I don't like my pancakes really fat sometimes. I like them thin. That's what I was going for. And I still added more water. I just rinsed the bowl where we mixed our wet ingredients and added in. So mix with a whisk. And this is the consistency that I like. And now I'll start frying, okay? But make sure you mix thoroughly so that everything goes around properly. Yes, that's what I want. So now we'll start frying. Add a little oil to your pan. Then go in with your butter and give it a couple of minutes to fry on medium heat. Now when you start seeing those bubbles at the top, you know that it's time to flip. So gently flip to the other side. Can you see how brown, how golden it is? Yes. Can you spot some peppers and onions? Exactly, that's what I'm going for. So I like to just turn it over to be sure that the bottom is done and then transfer to my plate. Yes, so you go ahead and just keep frying. Flip when you start seeing the bubbles. And after another 2 to 3 minutes, it's time to flip again, or rather take it off the heat. Okay, so just keep doing that until I'm done frying all the batter that I made. And that's it, our pancakes is ready. You can see they're flat. I have so many pancakes here, but you can't really notice because they're flat. They were brown and very delicious. And this one, I had to beg my kids not to come for them because I was making a video. Because they were so good. Once we started eating, it vanished so fast. So you see this crispy edge? That's what I love so much. I love it so much. It's so crispy and delicious. And this is an inside look of what it looks like. Can you spot the onions? I love the crunchiness when I'm eating it. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and please, if you're not subscribed, please support my channel by hitting the subscribe button and also like this video to also show your support for my channel. I hope you enjoyed this one. And yes, if I'm being honest, this is exactly how I did eat my pancakes. With clean hands, I'll just go in and roll it up, and that's it. It goes in one bite. Very delicious and quite easy to make. I hope you're going to try this. And please drop your comments in the comment section. I'll be glad to respond. Till next time, guys. Bye.